extremely kind of personal because I was molested by that music teacher. So it's like a full circle moment. And so in order for me to even get through the filming and to go back to that, everybody pretty honest in here. This is an honest room. So yeah.
So, while I am perspiring, I'm so hot because I have wine and I'm so excited. Dwayne.
Well, first I want to ask you, since you presented this to me, like what?
I was about to ask you a question.
Okay, okay, ask me the question.
How do you feel after having the screening of your debut, directorial debut in your hometown with all your friends? How does it make you feel? How do you feel right now in this very moment?
I feel numb.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I feel numb. I feel a little detached because I feel like I had to be detached from this because most people know it's extremely kind of personal because I was molested by that music teacher. So it's like a full circle moment. And so in order for me to even get through the filming and to go back to that high school and to experience all of that, I had to kind of like detached, but not in a negative way, not in trying to avoid my emotions, but it showed me that I've grown and I've healed myself. I healed myself from the trauma because it doesn't affect me anymore. So,
It doesn't affect you at all?
mm-mm.
Really?
No, because I feel like, it was just a part of my life. Like we all go, everybody in here has life stories.
Life cycles.
Life cycles. You know what I'm saying? And looking back on that is just like, oh, that's what happened when, like, you know how cats have 9 lives? Like, well, I don't know how many lives we have, but we have many different lives. So that's what happened in that life. And it's like watching it. And the beauty of it is that I'm not affected by it anymore. It's like, but it was like it was a pain to my life. It was a trauma to my life, like probably up until like 2 years ago. Because every day I would be like, why did he do that? Because I respected him and I just loved him, and because I didn't have a father figure growing up, and it was like I met this man, and it was like, oh, and he was just so like respect worthy, and and just to take advantage of that.
We thought,
Yeah.
we thought. And I'm just going to interject and say, Dwayne and I had the same monster as a music teacher.
Wow.
And he was indeed someone that everybody thought was the nicest man in the world. He would have sleepovers at his house
Wow.
for us. I would be there, Dwayne would be there, all the other choir members would be there. The girls would sleep upstairs, the boys would be downstairs. Nobody thought to think, Mr. Butler, because we thought he was like this, he didn't come out, he came off kind of like he was,
Right, just arrogant and kind of pompous, and you know what I'm saying?
But,
Just
yeah, you never would have thought,
Right.
you never would have thought in a million years that he was downstairs sexually assaulting
Wow.
young boys.
You don't know what a sexual assaulter looks like.
There's no face to a
there's no
person who
line.
sexually assaults you. So that was my father who actually played the role of the
Teacher.
person that we call Tillison.
right.
But I'm going to say his name was Tillis Butler, music teacher at Cody High School. He's not here anymore, thank God. And I hate him for what he did to my friend and for other friends. So this was very therapeutic for me as well, because I've always wanted to out the monster, and I've always respected that that's not my story to tell. And I'm honored from the bottom of my soul that you would give us the opportunity to showcase a piece of that.
Great
in this
timing.
film.
Yeah,
Great
Nikki
timing.
was so surprised when I said I would be willing to do it.
I was so
Because she
shocked.
called me all like,
I
This-
said,
this
he got to
whole
kill
speech-
somebody for a reason, and this
right, she called me with this whole speech. I'm like, I'll do it. You will?
Right, I did. I was like, okay, so
like,
listen.
like you will, like you really will, like you're not. I'm like, yeah, because at this point, like I said, it came at a perfect time when I've done so much work on myself,
Yeah, that's what I was
so much
Yeah,
work
that's
on
right,
myself, and
that's right.
now it's like I'm healed from it because I couldn't stand up here if I wasn't healed from
That's
it. So
right,
it was
that's
like
right.
God wanted me to say, you're healed from it. So now you can go tell the story.
Right.
Not on I'm not sitting up here.
Right.
Hey, it did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like I'm healed from it, and I got a chance to talk to a few other people who were victims of it, and their situations were a little more intense than mine. And I was just really shocked, and
picked
I didn't
which
know he
one?
was like that deep.
picked
I
which
thought I
one?
was just special, honestly.
Yeah,
I thought he was just doing it to me because he was giving me gifts and like really kind of like,
That's the psychology of it. all.
yeah, it was like he was like really, but like those people, he was just like going in with them. So
Wow.
I have a question real quick. The film is excellent.
Thank
Before we start talking about the film,
Yay! Woo!
but before we move off of this, so with a sexual molester having no face, is there any advice that you would give to a mom or a young teenage child to keep them out of that situation? Because I see every day we meet nice people. Oh, they're nice. Yeah. Other than telling the children to listen to your spirit and if they're uncomfortable, but if he's making you comfortable, then
That's what
How
they
would they
do.
know?
advice you would
Well,
give?
this is kind of
They
interesting.
do.
That's why I was interested in this story, because I was really interested in Charmaine because she was so checked out. You know what I'm saying? She was so driven by her ambitions that she wasn't
Yes.
even looking around and asking her son what was going on.
Especially
I
when
think-
everybody in the school knew.
No, except for her.
Right,
It's
and I
always
think
like
that's
that.
the thing that was more interesting to
Good
me.
job.
It's like, and now she's like reaping the rewards of her karma. You know what I'm saying? It's like you were driven, and now it's like all of this stuff is coming at you. You know what I'm saying? It's like every woman that she talked to in this film, it was like her.
They all know.
They was reflecting her shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it was your son. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then even a woman who told us like you didn't know you were. So it's really like waking up parents to like really like what is going on with
But
your
the
child.
predator
Like,
picks you.
yeah, huh?
The predator picks you.
Yeah.
predator picks you, absolutely.
The
She-
psychology of the predator, and in the film you say something about him having a psychology degree.
Mhm.
Yep.
But the psychology of a predator, you have to deal with that. And they, like you just said, you had no father in your home.
Right.
So that's a maneuver.
Right.
That's really calculated
Yeah.
as to who they pick and choose. And if you listen to them, they'll tell you how they pick you. They
Absolutely.
do tell you.
And that's what's interesting is that Mr. Butler did have a psychology degree. That is true. He was a music teacher, so he had a playground for all of his evil deeds. And thank God he's in the ground now. But the damage that he's done to some people who aren't as fortunate as Dwayne is to have this perspective of that was a moment in a chapter and it doesn't define me. A lot of people wonder, does this have anything to do with why I'm promiscuous, or does this have anything to do with why I'm this way or that way? And a lot of times it does. And to answer your question, Tangi, because a predator could be a psychologist and a teacher, and another situation, a father. I think the best protection, a priest, Philadelphia, right? And for men in particular, which I applaud Dwayne for speaking out as a man, and Terry Crews and anybody else who speaks out about sexual assault, molestation. It's particularly difficult because y'all are supposed to be so masculine. But to your point as a parent, I think the best way to arm your child is to allow them to feel safe enough to share everything with you. My mother used to say, y'all don't be going out when you're at the age where you're gonna start messing around and have sex stuff. Don't be out in no back alley, no mattress, or in nobody else's house. And I'm not giving you permission, but I don't want you out here in these streets, like whatever. So we had a very open dialogue about sexuality and that kind of stuff. So if something like that starts happening, so I think that's the safest way to protect a child, is to just let them feel like it's okay to share anything.
And I felt like my grandmother was like, she was a little on it, because I remember one time she asked me, we didn't just have random sleepovers. It was when we had competitions on the
right.
weekend, and we would go spend the night.
Right.
But I remember my grandmother, but he would always like, because I was like a star student a little bit, I would always win the competitions, and I would have to go on a roll, so I would have to go with him to
Homecoming
different.
king.
Yeah, I would, so I would have to like ride solo with him, and he would drop me off a lot. I remember my grandmother said, "Is Mr. Butler married?" And I was like, no. And she was like, But she kind of left it at that.
Because we thought it was just a gay thing. Because he did exhibit, like, kind of feminine kind of feminisms. Do you think he was hello? Or maybe we thought it was classy.
Right, I thought he was
very like-
classical music. I just was like, wow, he's so sophisticated. So I didn't think gay or anything like that. I just thought he was just.
My mama hood, she said, I think he gay. What's up, sexy people? How are you, beautiful people? You just watched an interview between, I'm representing Social Conflict. You just watched an interview between the director of Social Conflict, my good friend Dwayne Barnes. As you can see, this was a very personal story for us to do. The entire film is not based on the sexual assault and based on that particular story. There are a lot of other issues that come up. I was compelled to write the movie and start writing the movie and partner with Dwayne to bring this thing home because I saw so much violence on television, and I saw that they were actually considering the possibility or conversations were floating into the universe about arming teachers. And just knowing where we went to school, what it was like for us, knowing the trauma that a lot of young African American kids who go to public schools have to suffer, I thought, it's really important for us to share different perspectives on this whole issue. And I hope that the whole idea of arming teachers is just a thing of the past and not something that they're serious about. But this was sort of a reimagined situation. I play, yes, I'm acting in this, you guys. And I'm not just showing this movie and asking y'all to watch it live with me because I'm acting in it. But I am proud of the fact that I was able to dig deep and get my acting chops together. But I play a woman who is a school teacher who discovers, well, you'll find out what she discovers as you watch the movie. I don't want to tell you all about it. But one of the reasons I made the decision to just air this movie live and to share it with all of you is, number one, I think it's important. I think it addresses a lot of really deep, impactful issues, and addresses the mental health, the trauma that kids endure, the lack of resources in the public school system. We shot this, as I stated, at my alma mater, Cody High School. And just to go back to the school and see that it is now divided into like three different, like a technical academy and then another school, it just didn't feel the same, right? And it was kind of sad to see the deterioration of the schools in the city. My elementary school is just like a burnt down, run down. If y'all know Coolidge Elementary School, is just, completely destroyed. And I know it's going to take more than just my little movie, right, to bring attention and awareness to what's going on in the educational system and education reform. But I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a creator, and this is an outlet for me to kind of just do something that I think will at least create some kind of awareness in some spaces. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not going to talk y'all to death. I just wanted to tell you why. And also, it's Juneteenth, right? This is a celebration of freedom. So I am detaching myself from the idea that we can't just create great content and put it out there, even if one person is watching it, or 5 people are watching. Anybody who is impacted by content that inspires you to think and to grow and, to really consider the realities of what's going on in the world is content worth sharing. So I'm going to give this to you freely. I am excited about the possibility of this becoming a backdoor pilot and becoming something that we can see more frequently. Shout out to my sister Tisha J. Bro. There's so many dope. I can't start. If I start naming people, I'm gonna leave somebody out and piss somebody off. But Tisha acted her ass off. I just got to say that right quick. Everybody did. Every single character in this show did. Shout out to my brother Ro Dazon, to Coattail Entertainment, that whole crew. All of the actors. My father, bless his soul, he plays Tillis Butler. My nephew plays the shooter. Okay, I said I wasn't going to start naming people. But this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Social Conflict. I really hope that you enjoy this film. And it's only 29 minutes. It's just 29 minutes of your time. I know I said I was going to be quiet, but I'm going to say one other thing that's really important. The film is produced through our nonprofit, From the Bottom Up Foundation, and No Ego Entertainment, which is our production company. And we want to continue to be able to bring you films like this. We want to continue to be able to service our community with great content. So if you feel compelled to support, go to FromTheBottomUpFoundation.org and feel free to donate, right? I really hate asking for money, but at the end of the day, in order for us to continue, especially with COVID and all the other crazy shit that's going on in the world, we are definitely going to be viewer supported. So please support if you can. Enjoy either way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Social.
Hey, David, how you doing?
You know, since you always giving presents to your student, I got a present for you.
Oh, okay. No, David.
Open the door. Come on. Mom sent me over here to check on you. She's concerned about you, and I am too. Hi to you too, Charmaine. Say hi to your auntie.
Hi, Auntie.
Okay. You got the keys?
Yeah.
All right, just go ahead and wait in the car. Seriously. No. No. You need some sunlight. Come on.
Shit.
No, no, no. You need some light in here. You've been
Please
in the
close
dark.
my curtains.
No, I'm not. No. Have you been watching the news?
I'm watching my eyelids.
They passed a law. The teachers have to carry guns to school now. What? Why? The shooting. Listen, teachers and the parents, they're pissed. They're down at the schools, they're protesting, they're boycotting. And I'm thinking about going up there too.
What you want me to do?
Charmaine, where's the remote? Where's the remote, Charmaine?
Come on,
Ugh,
please.
look at this. This place is disgusting. It smells like molded cheese in here. Oh. You've been in this house the whole summer, drinking your life away. And I know your son would expect more from you. We all do.
Not to smoke.
Charmaine, I know you're not about to smoke weed. You smoking weed now? You're not gonna do that in front of your niece. No, you're not. Charmaine, look. I'm gonna say this because I care. If you can't get it together, then I'm just gonna have to stop bringing my kids around here.
I'm about to smoke.
No, you're not. You're not about to do that in front of your niece, Charmaine. Why would you do that in front of my baby? Okay, I'm gone. You're gonna have to get it together.
Get it together like who? You? How many baby daddies you got? They paying your bills? Which one of them taking care of your motherfucking kids?
I'll tell Mama I came back.
As for local news, Detroit Public Schools reopen next week. This semester, things are very different. The new law saying that school teachers and administrators are free to carry firearms into the classroom. This all comes after the shooting at the school last April, where a music teacher was killed. Let's go down now.
No gun control, no students. No gun control, no students. No gun control, no students. No gun control, no students.
Hey y'all, check it out. I know you're not back here to teach. After all, you the one that birthed the cause of this shit.
Excuse me. I don't have time for this. I'm here to teach. So please, use your voice however you want to use it, just not on my ears. Excuse me.
A teacher? Bitch, don't you mean sell out?
Bitch.
Did I stutter?
Look, you can say whatever you want to say, right? But I have students to teach, and I ain't about to be too many of your bitches. Okay?
How could you go in there knowing that there's people in there with guns ready to shoot down the next black child? And don't get me started on that punk-ass Principal Fitzgerald with his Trump-loving ass.
Move out of my goddamn way, or it's gonna be a problem.
We already got a problem, and I'm staring right in her face. If we're gonna take down this corrupt system and that punk-ass principal, we gotta start with teachers like this that support them.
Exactly.
No gun control, no students. No teachers, no sellout whores. No gun control, no students. No teachers, no sellout whores. No gun control, no students. No teachers, no sellout whores. No gun control, no students. No teachers, no sellout whores. No gun control, no students. No teachers, no sellout whores. No gun control, no teachers.
Charmaine, Keisha won't be back. I came up here to see what all this so-called protection was gonna be like, but all this is too much for my baby.
Oh, come on now. You can't take her out of school. She's a straight A student.
I know
She's
all
one of my
that. I understand, but I gotta stand with the people. And if you want to see Keisha back, these guns gotta go.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Don't even listen to them. Just look, just give it a little bit of time. She just
Listen, I know you've been going through some things, and I'm really sorry. But this is my baby. When I send her here, it's to be educated, not go to Iraq. I'm sorry.
No students, no teachers, no sellout whores, no gun control, no students, no teachers, no sellout whores, no gun control, no students, no teachers, no sellout whores, no gun control, no students, no teachers, no sellout whores, no gun control, no students, no teachers, no sellout whores, no gun control, no students.
It's crazy out there, huh?
crazy. That's an understatement. It's doggone year. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I gotta
Protesters.
Well, I gotta tell you, Miss Diggs, it sure is good to see you back here.
I guess I'm glad to be back. I mean, when you think about the fact that protesters are outside blocking kids from trying to get an education, it's just, whoa.
What, you think they're wrong for protesting?
You think they're right?
Well, I think they're justified.
How do you justify protesters blocking the door from students who want to learn and teachers who want to teach them?
Wait a minute. If you think those parents out there don't want to see their children learn, then you're just as wrong as the politicians. They're trying to turn these schools into prisons. Can't you see that? Now, all things considered, you of all people should understand. No offense.
No offense taken, but this has nothing to do with me or my son. Not trying to turn these schools into prisons. We're just trying to make it a safe learning environment for students and for teachers. Besides, you carry a gun.
Yes, I carry a gun. But there's a difference. I'm licensed to carry a weapon.
Well, teachers can be trained and licensed too.
Listen, you obviously don't get it. Listen, this is the beginning of something much bigger than you can imagine.
Well, if it isn't the ever loyal Miss Davis. Baron, get back to your post. I'll take Miss Davis to her classroom.
Thanks for walking me out there.
Anytime.
Good day.
Her mother. I tell you, good assistance is hard to come by these days.
Okay. You know, I guess I should say thank you for allowing me to come back and teach.
Oh, and I really appreciate you coming back here, in spite of all that's transpired. I'm sure it's extremely challenging.
You know me, might get knocked down 10 times, but I get up 11.
Yeah, well, that was a long down for 10.
You got jokes, huh?
No, my good. But really, can you handle this? I mean, no shade, but the same door you enter make the perfect exit.
I can handle it.
No judgment, can you?
Yeah, I got this.
Good. Now, as I told you, there's only one class that's still in commission, about 4 students. I sent you their records. Did you get a chance to look at them?
Yep, sure did.
Nice. So these students, in spite of all that their parents and the protesters are saying, still want to learn. And I really want to support them in the best way I can. That's why I want them to have well, you know, you.
Well, all I want to do is make a difference in the kids' lives.
Okay. Well, go make that difference.
Thanks.
You're not gonna give up, are you?
No way. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I said good morning. Hey, girl. I am Miss Davis, your new social studies instructor.
We know who you is.
We know who you are.
Girl, this not English.
Sorry I'm a little late. Got caught up with those protesters outside. But let's get right on into the lesson since I'm running a little behind. Right. Can anyone tell me what that means?
Yeah, it's like when people don't think for themselves.
Kind of like when people do stuff just because it's trending.
Like when I post something on the gram and all the queens try to copy my teeth.
You must be Carver Alistair, right?
No, bitch, it's King Carr. This is King Carr.
Excuse me. Yeah, this is a school. You come here to be educated, not ratchet land, baby. Education.
I'm just playing with you, girl.
I know, but now's not the time or the place for it. Okay? It's cute. Not here.
Well, I'm Carver Alistair. That's Jeffrey Samuels. Dwayne McMurray. And this is Sierra Evans. Miss Davis Almighty.
Dang, she didn't even ask you all that.
Girl, shut up.
Stop saying my government name. Plus, you already know me, fat ass.
With the name calling.
We all know who she.
It's good to see you, Dwayne.
Good to see you too. I'm sorry how everything turned out. How's my homie doing? I miss him.
Back on task. Jeffrey, what are your thoughts on groupthink?
Groupthink is a practice of thinking or making decisions as a group in a way that discourages any creativity or individual responsibility.
Yeah, just like those Detroit Lives Matter protesters out there trying to prevent us from getting an education, all because of this gun stuff.
Exactly. I mean, really, they don't care about us. I mean, they just hate authority.
They got their rights to hate authority.
Wrong, Dwayne. No one has the right to hate anyone.
Okay. Because last year it was all about whether or not I could use the bathroom with the girls.
Nobody cared that you used the girls' bathroom. Why weren't you looking at my dick anyways?
You mean that 3-inch
Excuse
Man,
me.
shut the fuck up.
Fellas, really, calm it down. Now, groupthink is a phrase that was coined by Irving Janis in 1972. Now, Irving believed that the pressures of daily life led to the deterioration of people's minds and was the direct result of them thinking in a monolithic sort of way as a group, right? One of the real dangers of groupthink is that one particular group or another believes that his, her, or their group is right. And they tend to follow that doctrine no matter what it means, no matter whether it is good for the collective, whether it is positive and good for the community, doesn't matter. Most of the time, groupthink versus critical thinking ends in social conflict. And I'm sure a lot of you know a lot about social conflict. Isn't that right, Dwayne? Isn't that right, Mr. Carter? Let's try to keep the conflicts to a minimum in this class. So, social conflict is what you're seeing outside of these schools. Social conflict is what you see on the news every day.
So, in that case, how do we make groupthink more positive and productive?
Aha! That, my dear, is the $45 million question. How do we make groupthink more positive and productive and avoid social conflict?
I mean, is groupthink positive or productive at all? I mean, aren't we meant to be free and independent thinkers?
What? Man, what you doing, sipping that Yeezy juice again? You sound just like him. I don't care how free you think, slavery wasn't no damn choice.
I never brought up slavery.
And everybody has their right to their own opinion, even Kanye West.
Girl, did you vote for Donald Trump like Principal Fitzgerald? What? I guess you think DLM terrorists too.
What are you talking about, Carter?
Sis, I said what I said.
She said nothing about DLM. If you so adamant about it, why you not out there protesting with him, dumbass?
I got your dumb ass. Just cause you straight don't mean I won't beat your ass.
And just cause you smell like a coochie don't mean I won't knock the period off you.
Bitch, I wish you
Fuck you
would.
talking about?
Why are you here anyway? It was your crazy ass best friend who killed my favorite teacher. If he wanted to kill anybody, he should have killed your ass.
Carter,
What?
come here. Carter, did you take your medicine today?
I took half.
Why are you only taking half your medicine, Carver?
Because I want to be fly. And selling my Adderalls. Excuse me. That's how I be paying.
Those are mink, and that's how you paying.
Get how you live.
Go sit down. You can take your full dose of medicine.
Whatever.
Up. Looks like y'all are saved by the bell. After lunch, we're gonna have more conversations about groupthink. And hopefully you guys will come back with better attitudes after you've had something to eat. All right, I expect to see you on time. Social Studies 101. Hey, Carver. Enjoy your lunch. Proud of you, Jeff. Hey! How you doing, Ladybug? I thought I was the only teacher in here.
Well, my last 2 students pulled out today, so technically, I'm out of a job.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
Listen, I was kind of praying for something like this to happen because with all this stuff going around this school.
Tell me about it, girl. Jesus.
Charmaine, listen, I'm so sorry about what happened with Dedrick. I really am. It breaks my heart. Are you okay?
I guess it's good to be expected, you know? It's my baby. Only one I got.
You know God is gonna make a way for you, right?
Yeah. God will make way.
Look, let me warm you up some tea.
No, I'm not really a tea drinker, but okay.
I think this is some tea you need for me to share.
Well, spill it, girl.
First off, what I'm about to tell you, you ain't heard it from me, okay?
You're not even here.
All right. Charmaine, do you know why your son killed Tillison?
No. All he keeps saying to me is, Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Why?
You're gonna have to bear with me.
What?
I don't even
Just say it.
Charmaine, everybody knows that Mr. Tillison wasn't right with those boys. He was touching those boys, Charmaine. He was sexually assaulting those young boys, and he's been doing it for years, Charmaine.
But what does it have to do with Dedrick? I mean, was he trying to protect somebody? What? Girl, don't tell me. That man was touching my child. But Dedrick's not gay.
Charmaine, this doesn't have anything to do with your son being gay. That man, he was touching those boys for years. He groomed them. He got them to trust him. And when they trusted him, Charmaine, he got in their pants. You know he has a psychology degree.
He told me that.
And Charmaine, I think he targets single-family homes.
Did Fitzgerald know?
Oh, yes. This is not the first incident. This has been going on for years. But you know what? Because Mr. Tillison was so nice, and because he was so kind, and he brought all these accolades to the school, they didn't even look at it. They didn't even pay attention to it. They just turned a blind eye to it, Charmaine. All I have to say is that you and your son should be sitting on a pretty penny and not some jail time. And that's your tea.
How did I miss this? How did I miss this?
Because you were busy being super teacher. I know, you were busy trying to knock Mr. Fitzgerald off of his high horse. And I was proud of you for that. I mean, I admired that, but I must say, I must admit that I lost just a little bit of respect for you because you didn't see the signs. You didn't protect your
I didn't know.
son.
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me?
I mean, I've tried to call you, I've emailed you, I've texted you 1,000 times, I've left you voicemails. No response from you. You must have not recognized who you had become, boo. I'm so sorry.
And who else knows about this?
All I can say is Carver Allister might have
Carver?
some. Yes. He might have all the answers that you need. He was one of the main victims, Charmaine. I'm
Carver?
sorry. Yes.
Carver?
Girl, I'm so tired of these people in this school getting on my nerves. Girl, why did the fish always trying to sit in the queen's throne? Like, damn, I guess I'm sitting your bum ass place.
My bum ass place.
Yes, girl.
Why are you tripping over a whack
Because you see that my name tag is on here, girl.
Shut the fuck up.
What was that, Dwayne?
You heard what the fuck I said.
I didn't, but you hear me. I'm not in the mood for your bullshit today, so if I was you, I'd shut the fuck up.
Why are you tripping? Relax, it's not even that deep.
Girl, keep talking. These hands bisexual, you can get it too.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Always running up on
Man, shut my shit. I'm so tired of you. You ain't saying shit.
Fuck you talking about? Beat your faggot ass.
Tripping, relax. Okay, but he's tripping.
Get back.
No, y'all gonna get cut the fuck up today. I'm so tired of you messing with me.
What you doing, dog? Put down the fucking knife. Put down the knife.
I'm not putting shit down. I'm so tired of you. No, I'm not.
Playing all negativity on my TV screen. Seem like everyone is filled with pain, and hurt can turn to rage into blame. I feel like coping with a cigarette. I'm tired of the hate, but deep inside I feel like things will.
Hey! Aw, thank you for anybody who stuck with us throughout that whole entire 29-minute film and 10-minute interview with Dwayne and I. Let me get my hair together. I really appreciate it. So social conflict was just a labor of love. It was something that I felt was, important and necessary to get into the universe. And it's also an example of just pulling together the resources that you have and just making it happen, right? I mean, a lot of people feel like they have to have, hundreds of thousands of dollars to make something happen. They feel like, they have to have all these fancy crew members and resources to really pull it off. And in fact, you don't. All you need is to surround yourself with a passionate group of people who believes in the story, who believes in trying to tell the story and share the story in a positive way. And you can get it done. And you can get it done. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys. I know this was a kind of unorthodox way of sharing something. I decided at the last minute, I'm like, it's Juneteenth. You know what? I'm going to watch my movie again. And I'm going to have the people watch it with me on SheSpeaksLive.com. So I'm very grateful to anybody who popped in and took a look at it. And this one I'm not going to leave up just because, it's the movie. And I want people to go to socialconflictfilms.com to see it. But I did want to just share the moment with you and celebrate, the fact that we are free. And we can express ourselves creatively and artistically in beautiful, free ways. All right? So I love you guys. I thank you so much. I got so much other great content coming. We're going to get back to our regular episodes of She Speaks Live this weekend, Sunday. Christine Beatty. I got to get my girl Stacey J. She been busy. Stacey been busy. So got to get my sisters back on here so that we can get back to your regularly scheduled She Speaks Live programming. But yeah, I just wanted to share that film with you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And I appreciate you for supporting the movement. I appreciate you for riding with your girl, and I will see you on Sunday. And we got a really good conversation happening. So follow us, SheSpeaksLive.com, KnowEgo.tv, and log on to WORF, Women in Reality Films, WORFFilms.com, and register because we're doing a bunch of really cool stuff with women content creators, Black women content creators in particular. All right, so God bless you. Thank you so much, and good night.